sometimes we worry too much about like what people say. You know, some people do, some people don't give a damn. Some people worry about others too much. Some people don't worry enough at all. Some people don't care to worry. And I feel like in order to be a really good human, you got to be a little bit of both. You got to know when to push people off, hold people off, shake them off. You got to know when to listen, when to be concerned, and then you got to know when to do your own thing and trust yourself. So I mean, in order to be like a fair human being, because you don't want to just shove everyone off, everybody's ideas, everybody's opinions, but sometimes you also gotta be wise in who you pick and who you listening to. So I just wanted to share that with y'all because it's like you know it's just so much, like so many people like this. Some people guided by whatever they feel like the people. Some people let whoever guide them. They just let anybody guide them which way. And then others, they so headstrong they don't want to listen to nobody. But I say that to say this, like I was like kind of like thinking like, man, if I show love and support to Oklahoma, because I'm gonna show my fandom and my excitement and cheering and be rooting for Aaliyah Chavez no matter what. I think I did say if she went to SC, I wouldn't root for her. I did say that, and so I do stand on how I felt, because I why the real reason why I don't think that she would have been able to do the electrifying things that she's doing right now. I don't think, and if so, then you would have just seen a very small sample size of what she was able to do. And I don't think that's justifiable for her skill sets and how wonderful of a hooper that she is. She's an excellent baller. And so it's like, I don't know if I could get aboard with that, And if she would have went there, then I just would have found out, because I don't think I would have went against her. So then that just would have ran into that moment. That moment would have been the moment I ran into. But, Texas obviously is thriving. So then maybe she would have had to like, wait to play more behind Roy Harmon. And then maybe she would have had to play along with Aaliyah Crump. So it would have been like two Aaliyahs and Aaliyah Crump is injured. But who would have known that she would have been injured? And I hope that she gets better. I saw a boot on her foot, and that's no good for anyone. I'm so much looking forward to her playing. Texas is a national contender for real, a national title contender. So I would like to have seen her play, but maybe that, Crump, a top recruit going to Texas, maybe that might have made Aaliyah Chavez say, I want to go where I can blaze my own path, build, my own trail, and I can, basically blaze our own trail and build her own pathways. I should have said it that way, which I just corrected, but maybe that's what Chavez said when she saw Oklahoma. I think her skills are so great she could have put Texas Tech on the map. So I also say that to say this. Like I was nervous, like going all in, supporting this team. I don't know too many people with three teams. I don't know. I know J Spot got three teams. Shout out J Spot. Shout out J Spot Network. She's a fan of Notre Dame, LSU, and South Carolina. And I don't look like to see like, okay, if others have three teams, it's okay. But it's like, does anybody root for three teams? She does. And I obviously I've always been an Iowa and UCLA fan, even before my channel was even activated and created. It was always like that. So, to add a third team is like, okay, I even got the perfect name. I wouldn't change the channel for this, but three team dream is got a perfect ring to it. And then also I was like, people might say, oh, you bouncing around. Like I got a video coming out later talking about, you know, my uncertainties with the Aces and how I really, it's not the same. So that video comes out in a couple hours and, I understand how I feel. And, I think part of growth as a fan is like, if you like other teams or you have other players you like other than the other players, then feel how you feel. I mean, it's you, be you, be unapologetically you and how you feel like. I feel like, that's part of growth and evolving. So if somebody might look at me like a mercenary, first of all, I'm never going to not be an Iowa fan. I'm never going to not be a Bruins fan. So you can forget about that. The WNBA is different. I'm watching to see what Portland does because, I got an affinity for Portland. So I really want to see what they do, and I respect all the franchises, point blank, period. And then, I'm a Fever fan as long as Caitlin Clark is there. Um, I considered like jumping from the Aces when Kelsey Plum got traded and De'Arca Hamby was already there, but I didn't do it. I stuck with my Aces. I pretty much been sticking with the Aces, for a year and a half. Even though I've been very unhappy as a fan, I've still pretty much rolled it out and even behind the championship. But that's gonna come out later, a video on that. But yeah, to add Oklahoma to it is already a 2-team fan. It's a 2-team fandom. I want UCLA. It's all up to me. Like when you ask people, you really putting it in the hands of what's the decision that should be yours. If I'm a huge Aaliyah Chavez fan, if I'm a big Verhurst fan, if Reagan Beers has grown on me, if I can get super excited and pumped up for Oklahoma, then that's what it is. I can't like everybody. I'm not gonna like everybody. I like Oregon. I'm not gonna ever be an Oregon fan. Period. I'm not. I like who else? I like TCU. I'm never gonna be a TCU fan. There's been times I like Stanford. I'm never gonna be a Stanford fan. There's teams I don't necessarily like, but even when I don't like a team, it ain't personal. It ain't. It's basketball. It's never personal. Basketball is never ever personal. So yeah, I mean, I say all that I say to just say, man, Oklahoma, man, welcome to the club, man. And I'm also gonna preface this. It's a similar thing, just like Caitlin Clark with Indiana. If Aaliyah Chavez, I think she's loving Oklahoma, but I think if she was like, I'm out of here, then I'm riding out with her. So it's sooner do to Chavez. I'm gonna sooner do the Chavez. Like seriously, like point blank, period. And like I just told y'all, I'm not like, oh, I like this team, I like that team, I like this team. No. It's always been either UCLA, period. But, I said I was going to cheer for and support Chavez wherever she went. I got receipts on my shorts in my shorts channel. So, on my short section, should I say, my YouTube shorts. But yeah, I just wanted to jump on here real quick, drop this video telling people, do you be you, Some people, fans of teams for life. Some people follow players. When players leave, it's okay to leave and find another team. If there's a mass transfer exile, it's okay. Or you could be diehard to the university, or you could be loyal to their coach. Maybe you're a big fan of the coach. Maybe you're a fan of the university. Maybe you're an alum. Maybe you just love the colors. Maybe you just grew up watching that team because your mom, your uncle, your dad, But if you want to leave a team, who's to stop you from being a fan of a team? Maybe it's a player that you came there for, and when they left, you want to leave. It's your life. It's your fandom. Do it how you want. Live it how you want. Enjoy yourself. When you make your channel for you. You can never go wrong that way. Again, if you make your channel, you're new to YouTube. When you make your channel your way. You can never go wrong that way. Never. So blessings to all that's watching. One thing I learned as I go, don't have no bitterness, man. Don't ever have no bitterness, and just feel good about you, and just improve and stay at it and work at it and continue to drop content. So it's a message within the message. It's official, man. 3-team dream. It's official. Oklahoma. I was always first. Don't play with me. I was first. UCLA is first. They like 1A and 1. They're like 1A and 1B, and then there's Oklahoma. So basically, if you want to say 1, 2, 3. I will. UCLA, Oklahoma, you can, but that's what it is, y'all. That's what it is. I'm out of here. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you for rocking with me. Thank you for being understanding. If you don't like it, let me say this before I go. I ain't not finna stop talking about the Hawkeyes. I'm not gonna do it. I'm always talking about the Hawkeyes, the Bruins, and Oklahoma. Welcome to the party. I'm RC. I'm out of here. I gotta go.